Attorney Better has a number of items as well.
Mr. Better.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Swear again like that. That was, you know, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Little burgers, little sausage, a little that macaroni, a little homemade mac and cheese. How you doing? A little watermelon, right? Why can't they enjoy that for a little bit?
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Hello, loveys. How are we? Happy Saturday. It is August 9th, 2025. And we're here for a 4 o'clock stream sesh. Did I have issues with my internet? Yes. Come on, per usual. We prayed to Tiny Mary and Tiny Jesus in the boom to bring us some Wi-Fi, okay, from the gods. And also, I had a calamity in the kitchen, okay? I broke a mop approximately 26 minutes ago. Do I need another spin? You know, one of those, I spin it and I swirl. Well, what happened was as I was putting things into the sink, okay, and I was emptying out dishes of unknown origin from my teenage daughters, one of them had like turned over and the water was spitting out onto the kitchen floor. I go, oh, I had walked away. Okay. I was away for, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds. I come back to a puddle in the middle of the kitchen. I go, Mayday. Oh, alarms, 5 alarms. Jesus, take the wheel. Tiny Jesus, take the wheel. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I grab the mop. I grab the container. I throw some Fabuloso yellow in. Okay. Then I start going and I can't stop. Hashtag can't stop, won't stop. Because also, let's clean the baseboards, you psychopath. She's unwell. So yeah, found myself a couple minutes before go time. And I said, oops, we've got to get our shit together. So here we are. We are here. And I am thankful you are here because we have some shit to talk, loveys. Who is here today? All of you. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's do, before we have a little sip of that Diet Cola, let's throw, JPC knows I am psychotic. And, oh, Mary says it's 3:10. It's 4:14 Eastern time, but as long as you are here, whatever time your clock may say, do we have clock drift in the chat? Ooh, let's bring it back to Karen Reed trial 2. Yeah. So last night, I get a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a ringing in my ears. Stand up, sit up straight and tall, you sassy bitch. So I get like a ringing in my ears and I'm like, oh, something's coming. My palm is itchy. I think that means money. But in this case, the money is what we're following. DA Michael Morrissey. This one's for you, bitch. You meatbally son of a gun, right? Mr. Morrissey with the meatball eyes, throw them in the oven and you make a French fries, as my Nana Phyllis used to say. Okay, that was a whole song and dance we used to do. So anywho, so all of a sudden there's like this update from NBC 10 and they're like, hey, Kim, not just talking to me. They're talking to the whole World Wide Web. And they're like, we requested the private emails of DA Michael Morrissey over 10 months ago. And I go, oop, clutch, clench, kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Immediately. Stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens? I can't find them. I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, hello, hello. Somebody post this. You can't just put that out and then not give me something. Throw me a bone here, Scott. I gotta have it. And it came to find out that none of us actually had it, except who? Jess Machado. Okay, somehow she's got to connect with NBC 10. I'm ready to call Sue O'Connell, and I'm going to be like, hey, babe, listen, you and me, let's grab a scone and get this relationship started because I want access. Then I start watching Jess Machado. She's got this whole little waiting, and she's got a thread, and she's threading, and I'm fucking sitting there with a popcorn, right? I got my skinny pop because I should be on Ozempic, but I'm not. And so I got the skinny pop. I'm munching away, and I am reading what she has brought to my eyeballs. And I say, thank you, God, for all you have done today, because we are getting closer to ending the absurd circus and the miscarriages of justice in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, specifically in Norfolk County. So I'm like, okay, thanks. Thank you, Lady Jane. And then this morning, I arise from my slumber, if you will. And what do I see? Aiden. Okay. Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy. He starts posting. And I am like refreshing, like a Catholic schoolgirl. I am just oopsies. When's the next one dropping? Feed it to me. Put it in my veins. So we've got a lot to talk about. And for everyone who said, oh, the redactions were going to be so redacty and you weren't going to see shit, I think there's going to be more. And when I can get my little grimy paws somehow on these docs, once NBC 10 gets off their duff and they're like, oh, we're going through it. Okay, don't take all the time. Maybe don't tell us about it until you've gone through them and can post them because they're public. You FOIA'd them. With my eyeballs, I can see them too. All right. So now we're going to go over what struck my fancy, because it's going to strike yours, because you know everything. I know everything. We know everything. And we're going to be like, oh, we are going to go to Unimpound Town. On your mark, get set. Let's Twitter. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm here already. Okay. So this is my page. Hey, there she is in a little character, a little cartoon form. It's me. Okay. And I posted a couple of them today, but then we're going to have to go to my messages. Excuse me, because I sent messages to myself and I was like, remember this, show this one, because I couldn't just keep reposting. It would have looked desperate. And we know I don't like to look desperate. I might be, but we're not going to show our weakness. So I think it started. Oh, and then oh gosh, I forgot. Yesterday was always a Friday afternoon in the Commonwealth. We get some fuckery afoot every Friday. Thank you. So Leah Foley, look at that. That almost looks AI imaging. This was yesterday afternoon too. And it said that Sheriff Stephen Tompkins, the sitting sheriff of Suffolk County in Massachusetts, has been indicted by a federal grand jury, stop it, for alleged extortion. And what is it about? What is his extortion, you ask? Oh, Mr. Tompkins is responsible for over 1,000 employees who were elected by the good people of Suffolk County. Today, he is alleged to have extorted an executive from a cannabis company, legal marijuana, big marijuana. Do tell. Using his official position as sheriff to benefit only himself. No petty paralegals for him, apparently. And elected officials, particularly those in law enforcement, are expected to be ethical, honest, and law-abiding, not self-serving. The people of Suffolk County deserve better. Thank you. Snaps for Leah. Leah, thanks for bringing it, Ms. Foley. Okay, I like your blowout. But with that being said, there is a lot more there. And Suffolk County, we're fucking coming for you too. Okay, get your shit together. Get your sheriffs in line. All right. What are we doing? 60 days in? Psychos. Okay. So that I was like, I thought I was being incredible posting that last night. Whoa, little did I know what was coming down the pike. Boom. Hit it 21 hours ago. Breaking news. Why did I put a newspaper? Kim, shut the fuck up. Oh, wait, make it bigger. I'm sorry, loveys. 4,012 pages of DA Michael Morrissey's personal emails have been released. The redacted documents are currently being reviewed by, quote, at NBC 10 Boston. Then it says, extensive records involving official business that Norfolk County District Attorney Michael Morrissey sent and received at a personal email account and his burner. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I can't. Oh my God. Are we blacked out? I can't. Okay. Were released Friday, which was yesterday, under a records request filed in connection with the high-profile Karen Reed case. Boom. All right. So again, I am blacked out at this point, scouring the World Wide Web. Somebody wrote, what if anything wrote to me? Take us to Unimpound Town, Kimmy. You know it. You know it, babe. We are on our way. And this was the first that I posted this morning. And then I think I got a retweet by Mr. Betterow. Don't even stop it. You can't tell me shit today. Okay. So email communication, DA Morrissey wrote Aperture and Judd Welcher, quote, fit the bill. Can I make this bigger? No, I can't. Can I? Can you see this, loveys? All right. Well, I'm reading it and I'm reading it well. Okay. And it says, that Aperture and Judd Welcher, quote, fit the bill and sent a discovery package to see whether he can, quote, provide an opinion that may help us out with the case. Okay, I go, oh. Then I write, that is not justice. He disclosed his desire of outcome. The Norfolk DA quite literally bought expert opinion to the tune of $325,000 plus a 2021 Lexus LX 570. Let that sink in. I mean, if you think about tweet-wise, that was pretty good. And I was posting Aiden's, right? So now let's go here. He says Michael Morrissey was only willing to hire Judd Welcher after finding out whether he could provide an opinion that might help out with the case. This is not seeking the truth. This is seeking a conviction. Snaps, Aiden. If he was seeking the truth, he'd hire him and accept whatever findings he made. As you will see in the future, they did this exact same thing with Jessica Hyde. Okay, passed away. Is it happening? Oop. Oh, I must resurrect. What? With Ms. Hyde as well? Jessica Hyde? Our educated queen who sparred mentally with attorney Alessi? Okay. So this is the email. Now, I think I can click on this and make it bigger. Sorry, guys. We know I am not good at this. But it says Michael Morrissey. This was on Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. So we know that Karen's first trial ended on July 1st, 2024 with a mistrial. Okay. We were all hanging on the edge of our seats, waiting for a verdict. And when it came back, a hung jury, we were like, fucking A. It was just devastating. And I'm sure it was devastating for all parties. And we know we've lived it, but we're just turning back the hands of time. So it says, it was interesting to me to find out that they were looking into Aperture and Judd Welcher before who even came on the team. We know that Hanky became public enemy number one. Just kidding. JK, Norfolk Assistant DA, Special Attorney number one in September of 2024. But in July, Michael Morrissey is talking all this shit. He says Andy Klein sold his company to Aperture. Who's Andy Klein? Which is a large national company with forensic and mechanical engineers. The enclosed resume of Judd Welcher seems to, quote, fit our bill. I'd like to get a discovery package together and send it to him so we can see whether he will provide an opinion that might help us out in the case. Thank you. And he had sent over all of the Aperture information. This went to ADA Lally, Laura McLaughlin. Oh, no, it didn't. Yes, it did. Laura McLaughlin, Lynn Beeland, Brian Tully, and to the subject was Judson B. Welcher. So it didn't include Hank Brennan. And I was like, okay. But interestingly enough, we will learn in all of these emails, it has been confirmed, I think by Aiden and by Jess Machado, that Brian Tully, all roads lead back to him. We have said that since when, Loveys? Day one. Okay. Trial one, we said, who, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most evil of them all? Shout out Emily C. for a beautiful little thing that she did on the Twitter with a picture. It was Tully looking in a mirror, like a magic mirror, because everything goes back to him. And he was aware of all of it. Just saying. So that was that. And then I get a retweet by Mr. Betterow, and he says, of course, like, yeah, bitch. He goes, absolutely. You, as a DA, you're looking for an expert who has your opinion, right? Like, you need them to come with the correct set of facts that you want to present to a jury. However, it's weird that you're saying that before you've even sent them discovery, because they would have had to disclose to the defense team if Aperture had come back and said, I kind of agree with what the defense is saying versus what the Commonwealth's theory was. And it's also incredibly interesting, Loveys, because there was like a think tank on Vinnie Politan's show, and this was a billion years ago, that he had a couple of attorneys that were talking about the price of Aperture and what would happen in the event that they came back with an opinion that didn't match what they wanted. Okay, very interesting. Now find your way out of this, Kimberly. No, get out of there. Okay, good. Now go to a message. Where do the messages live? Because I sent it to myself. Oh, okay. This is me. Thank you. Okay, here it is.
Case or been part of a case where an expert's been.
Just kidding. JK. Get small. Bear with me. All right, ready?
Have you ever been in a case or been part of a case where an expert's been paid $325,000 and they have not come to a conclusion that helps your case?
To be honest with you, I've never been part of a case where an expert has been paid $325,000. Period. End of discussion on that one.
So that's a lot, right?
That is a tremendous amount of money.
Well, some of it includes buying a car, though. They bought a $75,000 Lexus.
And they can give it back and then talk about the money. They're going to make more money by selling it in California.
And really, doesn't that tell you exactly about the motivation of that expert coming? Could be, we complain about expert costs all the time. What do you mean it's $500 or $1,000 an hour? $300,000?
Well, they did a lot of experiments. There's a lot of detail here.
But they just started like in what, 9 months ago?
September.
Okay. So
8 months ago. I can't do math.
Let me ask the question another way. Have you ever been in a case where an expert has been paid a lot of money, whatever it is, and they have not come to the conclusion that helps your side?
Of course.
No,
you have.
Yes,
I have not.
You haven't.
Every expert I've had, I thoroughly vet that expert and make sure he or she is going to testify to the truth, but I want to know what the truth is before we allow them
in a
to
defense
testify.
case, sometimes I might hire an expert like a vehicular accident reconstruction, and sometimes that they'll be the same as what the state has said. So we've gone ahead to make sure that we do an adequate investigation. And if it ends up being the same, then we're like, okay, but we're here.
But they get paid. But they get paid.
Get paid,
You
yes.
get paid to do the work, and then you take their report. It becomes part of your case, even if it's leading your case in another direction.
Correct.
And I've had experts come back with a conclusion different from what I would like, and you still got to work with that.
Oh.
It helps you in building your case because they're the expert.
All right, stay where you are. We've got 3 experts with us tonight, but they're not getting paid. Not $325,000. Not even, I don't know.
Hey, we get cookies.
You get cookies. Okay. When we
Oh, okay. Wait, where am I? Okay, lovies. So I thought that was great because this was all attorneys. And I had posted this, what was it? I don't even know. Went May 29th, 2025. And after I had seen this episode, I was like, Vinny, thank you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, good sir. But like Kelly, if Chloe bet you must have quit or did acquit, I don't remember. Sorry, babe. Like she was saying, we already knew, Kim, that they only picked Aperture because they had the correct outcome that the Commonwealth was looking for. Totally understand. I agree. But it's weird that he was saying that in the initial talks. It's weird that we have a DA now and we are seeing his personal emails, which, like, bitch, wasn't there a huge debacle in 2016 when I almost had a mentee B over Hillary Clinton? Like losing the election, and CNN had me believing that the country was actually going to burn down in flames. The stock market would crash and we would have no jobs and no homes. I was like, oh. So, but there was that whole campaign that Hillary had fucked up with her emails, right? And I'm thinking, is this boomer adjacent or is it Nurse Kim adjacent? Because I would absolutely probably send stuff to my personal email. Okay. Thank gosh for my job. I can't send it to my personal email because I probably would. But there is what's called we have like a firewall or some shit that you can't, I couldn't send it to me if I wanted to. You have to go to a back system. There's a whole sitch. But this is where public officials shouldn't be using this. He is sending himself stuff, we will learn, that is wild. He's like, let me check up and see what Turtle Boy said. I go, oh. The DA of Norfolk County in 2023 is following Turtle Boy like a tail, babe. Okay? He's watching everything, sending it in links, linking it, liking it, linking it. I don't know. But giving views to good old Aiden, I'll tell you that. The Norfolk DA's office probably was 10% of his audience at the time. So that was incredible for me to look back and see these attorneys say, that doesn't make sense. So then,
have you ever been in a case or been?
No, stop it, you big mouth. Okay, back. Now what do I do? Shit. Shall I go to Mr. Betterow? Where does he live? All right, guys, sorry, bear with me. This is treachery. I think if I do this, no. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to be able to do that right this second. I apologize. Thank you. Okay, now don't do that again. Do not. All right. So the next one is 16 hours ago. This came from Aiden as well. All right. Oh, so good. He says, put me small. Sorry. Okay, babes. He says, what sucks is that I've been sitting on these. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, Jesus, I thought I was muted. Okay. I've been sitting on these emails for a while, but I couldn't report that Michael Morrissey, hold on tight, begged the state Senate president for $1 million to pay Hank Brennan because of a protective order. These are public emails. Norfolk County has prohibited me from reporting on them. And there's so much more you haven't seen. Oh, okay. Boom. Michael Morrissey. This was Jess Machado. She wrote this. Ready? Michael Morrissey write to Speaker Ron Mariano and asks him for a cool milli, to try to convict Karen Reed. Okay. Now let's look at this little bitch. It says to Mr. Marino. Oh, okay. Can you see me? I can see you. Thank you. Okay. Dear Speaker Marino, go directly to the next post. I don't want to do that. Shut up. Go away. Oh. Okay. Dear Speaker Marino, I am writing to ask you for your help and assistance, particularly financial assistance, as I navigate some of the more challenging cases of my career. If you talk about the perfect storm, I have that going on in Norfolk County. A simple domestic motor vehicle homicide case in Canton has blown up to a national sensation. The time, the effort, and the resources the office has had to commit to prosecute the first case and now for a second retrial are substantial. It is an unusually well-financed defense. Bitch. Okay. It has required the appointment of special prosecutor and experts that and will tax our budget resources beyond what was anticipated for the fiscal year. It is hard to give an exact amount at this time, but I believe we will need upwards of $1 million as a one-time expense. Oh my God, wait, we have to do something right now because we're blacked out. We're physically on another planet. Ready? On your mark.
I know something's weird, and now I know it. That's why your whole jug is out. I understand. I thought this was happening. Y'all are running game.
Her jugs are just out because this is what they normally are doing.
Yuck. Yuck, Jesse. What y'all are doing right now is gross.
It is gross. It is gross. Okay.
Suspicious, don't be suspicious. John Ralphio? Gone!
Yeah, paging John Ralphio. You suspicious fucks. All right. Next paragraph. I appreciate all the support that you have provided to the district attorney's office in the past. Okay. Oh, so I've asked him for solids before. Sure you have. Oh, sure you have, Mr. Meatball. And this situation presents a very unique problem. I know the state has helped out other counties in the past who have faced similar burdens and challenges. Falsely accusing a woman of homicide? Well, I'd like to see the records. And I would be grateful if you could assist us as well. I am happy to answer any questions or review the expenses with you. Thank you for your assistance and consideration. Sincerely, Michael W. Morrissey, District Attorney. Oh my gosh, you asked for $1 million loan to prosecute Karen Reed for a second trial. Shut up. Shut up. On October 2nd, 2024. Loveys, commence. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me everything. Oh, I'm sorry. The OnlyFans just said he's the ultimate grifter. A shade of throne. Got it. Not even alone, says Emily C. Yep. You're right, guys. There was no VIG on this. This was just, may I please be granted $1 million to shove directly up the taxpayer's ass in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. No lube and no kiss on the mouth. Rude. And no jugs, says Zach. And their whole jug wasn't even out, Zach. What? that is Noni's Treasure House says that's one expensive meatball. Yes. Okay. The most I've ever had. And I've had some delightful meatballs in my day. Robin S says, show me the money. And here's the thing, babe, is we follow that money because the money is what money does. Okay. Life is like a box of chocolates. And Michael Morrissey has eaten them all. You know? You picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, maybe this will actually work in this moment.
But what happens when I spread my load out, when I lay on my bed like this?
Yeah. Yeah, we know. That's what happened. Okay. Everyone knows what happened when you spread your load. Okay. So that blew my mind. That is when I was in a frenzy. There wasn't enough fucking skinny pop. Okay. Couldn't get enough skinny pop jammed into my gullet. And additionally, I was popping freaking Diet Cokes, DCs like a champ. Okay. Stayed up till very late last evening. Okay. Next. Then what happened? Oh, so much shit to talk. All right. Oh, no. Back here. All right. Here it is. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Oh, God. Sorry. Oh, my. She's a weirdo. Okay. But also, okay, we'll talk about that after. So then here was another one 5 hours ago that said, we're going to pull it up. Boom. On May 3rd, Alan Jackson said at a pretrial hearing that the DOJ was investigating the Norfolk County's DA's office investigation into John O'Keefe's murder. He sent a link about a story to Lynn Beeland, who was another DA, who was actually the one who was prosecuting at first the Brian Walsh case, the next day. On May 12th, he sent an email to Brian Tully, Laura McLaughlin, and Adam Lally, asking them to look over a complaint he was making to the DOJ. This is huge. Okay. Now, this to me is kind of big guns shit, because this is where you see Michael Morrissey, the only time in all of the emails that I have seen, in all of the documents that we have seen thus far, him making sure that all of the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. He was meticulous in this complaint that he wanted assistance to file against Rachel Rollins, who the investigation into the investigation of Officer John O'Keefe's death was opened while she was initially in office, and then Josh Levy took over, remember? So watch this. Get ready to clutch and clench, lovies. Okay. So this is Friday, May 12th, 2023, 5:05 p.m. It says, please take a close look at this letter and make sure everything we said is accurate and that you are on board for sending the complaint to the Department of Justice. Bitch. That feels weird. And please print this out. What are we doing here? Oh, Karen Reed defense, problematic investigation into John O'Keefe's death grabs federal attention. This was from the Boston Herald. He sent this. It was some article from May of 2023. Okay. Now what? Wait, was it going this way? No, it must be going this way. All right. Focus. And on May 2nd, again, to Lynn Beeland, Tully, Adam Lally, David Traub, remember the former communications master of Norfolk County, who resigned, interestingly enough, after he got a meal of food with someone. It just says FYI, and this was Karen Reed's lawyers claim crucial evidence was withheld. And this was it says FYI, and it's from Law and Crime, and it's something ahead of a bombshell hearing for adjunct whatever. That was about Karen, adjunct lecturer charged with murdering cop boyfriend, says crucial withheld evidence may confirm her innocence. Oh, okay. And for Adam Lally, McLaughlin, Tully, and Morrissey to be all in cahoots and all of them talking shit and saying, we're going to write up Rollins and get her absolutely crucified for this case particularly. I mean, were there problematic things? Absolutely. Is Rachel Rollins not a good egg? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She 100% needed to go. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. And this investigation was one of them, you know? Okay. And on Cloud 9 says withheld is an understatement. Totally agree. And Hot for the Hilly says, this is all under his banana hammock email address. Okay, so some of them are, this one was Michael Morrissey. This is just his NFK MWM at iCLOUD. His personal, not less, I don't know about his banana hammock, but it definitely was his personal account. And then he also had a burner. And there it is. Linda Mitchell says, Tully is telling them everything. Loveys, I was transcended, transfixed, illuminated while I'm reading this. When I tell you the gasps I gasped, the family was like, bitch, please calm down. And I said, but I can't. I'm learning things. I am in a personal email address right now that I should not have access to. And yet I'm seeing it. And it's telling me everything. And then I had to tell you. I was like, bitch, we've got to talk all the shit about the Commonwealth. And we have to say, like, if you motherfuckers are as dumb as they come, I don't know how you've kept your jobs this long, right? How inexperienced Adam Lally and one Miss Barney adjacent Law McGlaw are like stars of their Norfolk office, right? It's like you people are the chosen ones. You are the highest of the achieved. And it's like, really? But then you look at who's at the helm. Who is the fish or the fisherman, right? At the head of the boat. It's like Morrissey. Ew. Okay? You got to think that is just a very mismanaged operation and always had been. Never mind the Mass State Police, but all of them. Like that nobody knows what's going on at any time. They are just trying to collect their paychecks and get their pensions. They do not give one shit about defendants, about victims. They only care about covering their own ass, in my opinion. And that's bold. All right. But it's the truth, in my opinion. Okay. So get out of here, Kim. Now, back into the messages. All right, Kim. It happened. Do. Oh. Okay. This one was awesome from Aiden as well. Again, 5 hours ago. On September 1st, 2023, I wrote about Allie McCabe being called to testify in front of the federal grand jury. This was apparently news to Michael Morrissey, who was being kept in the dark. He sent the article to multiple people in his office using his burner email, of course. And at this point, they were already plotting to have me charged with witness intimidation after their failed attempt to get the Mass Attorney General's office to charge me. Okay. Wild. All right. So this is Michael Morrissey. And I guess if this is from his burner account, Oh, no, he sent it to his burner. John Shaughnessy is his burner? Huh. Okay. Or no, who is Shaughnessy? He's got to be somebody. Oh, Shaughnessy. I don't know. So it says the defense, it's TB Daily News. This is on Friday, September 1st, 2023. Okay, we know this is happening. Then Morrissey sends this to Marie Burton, and he forwarded it, and that's great. And it says, caution, this email originated from a sender outside of the Commonwealth mail system. Do not click on links or attachment unless you recognize the sender and know the content is safe. Okay, so is this his burner? Okay. All right. Brandon Hunt. Brandon Hunt? At least he didn't do Mike Hunt. Okay, anyway. So Michael Morrissey to John Shaughnessy, ba-ba-dee-ba-ba. And it is the Turtle Boy Daily News cover-up. Jen McCabe's daughter, Allie, was subpoenaed to testify in front of the grand jury. And it says Michael Morrissey, district attorney. So he says, begin forwarded message. So he was not aware, and he was sending it to people to be like, everybody be on the lookout. I don't know. And how does this turtle know? Okay. Why has no one told me? Because he, at this same very time, Loveys, and after this, Michael Morrissey sent the most pick-me letters to the Department of Justice and to the Office of Professional Responsibility that you had ever seen. It was shameful. It was scary. It was like, he was like, I don't get it. What are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about? What did you guys find out? Is there anything about me I deserve to know? Hello? Hello? Can someone answer me? I want an independent investigation into the investigation of the investigation. Oh, I don't trust this U.S. Attorney's Office to actually investigate. But you trusted you to investigate into Karen? And all the fuckery that had been afoot in this case? Shut up. The hypocrisy that came from that office was unbelievable, Loveys. Okay. And I'll show those letters too, because if you don't remember, I remember them all. Okay. And now back to the messages. Dear God, what have you done here? Okay. Don't do it. Oh, that's that one. Okay, to let her act. Oh, okay. Here it is. On November 21st, 2023, Michael Morrissey also sent an email to Law McGlaw and Adam Lally with proposed let her to the acting agent in charge of the FBI. He really didn't want them investigating him. Oh, what'd you say? So it says Michael Morrissey sent it to Law McGlaw, to Pam Alford, and Adam Lally. And it says proposed letter, and also to Caroline McBurney. It says, I would like to send the following let her, not a letter, but let her, out to the acting agent in charge of the FBI. However, I have spoken to Pamela, and I would like your input and suggestions. Or if you have a position that you contacted me about the letter that I want to send. Wait a minute. Shut up, Kim. Suggestions. Or if you have a position that you contacted me about the letter I want to send, and he has no grammatical, nothing is making sense here. I will not do anything until you reach out to Pamela and I to let us know what your position is. Thank you for the help. So he's looking for everybody. He needs everyone on board of like, we need to shut this down immediately. We need somebody, whether it is the DOJ, the legal team, the OPR, all of them. He was reaching out to everyone that he could to get every bit of information of an ongoing investigation because he was losing control. the control you no longer had because it was outside of your reach in your little kingdom of Norfolk County. You were the meatball that was promised, okay, for the last 15 years. But you were burnt. And there was nothing that you could do with your grimy, little pudgy friggin' nubs of fingers to get your hands on what was coming down the pike until those 3,000 pages of exculpatory evidence via the TUI dump, which although Adam Lally had the balls to get up in front of Judge Cannoni in January of 2024 and say, yeah, there's probably 10% of exculpatory evidence that was provided by the FBI. 10% of exculpatory evidence being admitted to by the district attorney's office is fucking bananas, lovies. This is all when everything came out, when it was like, oh, there was PhDs, aka Dr. Rentschler, that did not agree that a car struck Officer John O'Keefe or that Officer John O'Keefe was struck by a vehicle. That was that whole rant because their report, ARCA's report, was gently tucked in those 3,000 pages and sent to both the defense and the prosecution. The fact that they continued and went forward and had that like first trial, then after a hung jury pressed on, and when Karen, it was all but confirmed because Judge Cannoni would not allow all of the jurors to come back and have a questionnaire, that she was found not guilty on charges 1 and 3. Unbelievable. This web is insane. And I'm going to tell you this. Whatever the FOIA request, those 4,000 pages, which probably cost NBC, which I couldn't have paid for it at all, it probably cost them an arm and a damn leg to get all of this information. I'm hoping that there is very, I'd say transparency, right? I hope there's a lot of transparency and that nothing is prevented from coming through. But I will tell you this, if we get access to it and if we get all 4,000 pages, bet your bottom dollar that us as sleuthies, okay, and Sleuthy Goosey, I'm sure she'll do it too, and Lambo, Olivia Lambo will be on it, and I'm sure Flip Ahead, everybody is going to be all hands on deck. They won't catch everything. Even if there was an attempt to prevent things from coming to light, they can't catch it all because we, as a collective community, in a way, know so much about this case and have like an elephant memory that we're like, well, wait a minute, where does that connect? And we will put the pieces together. Even if they couldn't see where the connection would have come, that would have been problematic. So I am very much looking forward to this. Okay. Oh, yep. And look at Lady D12 says they can't even use spell check. No, babe. No. Breenan. All right. And Melanie says, I don't believe this is all the emails. They deleted some. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, is just that rant that I had, right? I think that even if there was some sort of attempt to not show everything, something will get through. Something will get through. And if there is integrity in NBC 10 Boston, which I pray that there is, and I have no reason to believe that Sue wouldn't do the right thing and put it all out for, I know they said, oh, we're going to go through it all. Okay, Queen, put it out there. Great. I'm glad you have the ability to let the people see. Okay. And when we, the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, have the right to see and, go through it ourselves, do a little scroll party. Okay. What am I getting? Haribo gummies. All right. Will I get a cavity? Potentially. Shut it. All right. but I don't think that they could. I think that there will be something that slips through, and then we can absolutely go to town. I think that there will be something there. Okay. And good afternoon. Hello, good friend. All right. So Nikki B316 says not sue. I think whoever gave them to sue didn't give them everything. True. With the FOIA request, there was probably things that could have gotten lost, i.e. when Mr. Betterow, which was not a FOIA request, that was actually like a discovery request, when they got the duplicates and all of the bullshit of blank pages just on a hard drive, from Cosgrove, I agree. But I think that when we think about that office, Michael Morrissey, and whoever pulled the findings, that they wouldn't know all the shit, like I'm saying, Loveys, that we do. Hank Brennan never even did all of his summer reading. We know this. Guaranteed 100% facts matter journalism. Okay? He never even knew all the shit that we knew. So if you don't think that you or me could find things and say, well, wait a minute, where did this one go? They have another thing coming. Okay. And then, hypochondriac says, hypochondriac, not Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Who did stop him from owning 4 burner phones? I don't know. Babe. I don't know who we're talking about. Who has 4 burners? Is that Mr. Morrissey? I just know that he has burner emails, and I know that he is a boomer. Does he have a burner or is he a boomer? Both. Okay, that's a terrible combination if you think about it. That's asking for trouble. Okay. And we've got Hank admittedly only had a flavor in his flavor saver for the first trial, the nitwit grifter. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree, babe. And what is this? Here we go. Meatball. Hi, Scott. Says Meatball has to have a 6 burner stove. Oh, you don't say. Okay. All right, babe. So the next, let's keep going. We're moving. Find your way. God, I should be able to do this much better. I apologize, babes. You know, I too am a millennial that identifies as a boomer and a burner. Okay. We're moving. Oh, DD. I'm coming in hot on this one. I'd really like to know what the response was to this one. Why did I send this to myself? Oh, Sandra Birchmore adjacent. Okay. All right. So Michael Morrissey to John Fanning. Clutch and clench, loveys. Brian Tully, David Traub, Lynn Beeland, Megan Monahan, Connor Keefe, MSP, and Matthew Dunn, both police, right? He says on August 29th, 2024, prepare. Is there any truth to this? Sandra Birchmore, far right, was photographed at Stoughton Police Explorers Gathering in 2014, but, quote, Farwell responded poorly. Prosecutors wrote, he became physically violent with Birchmore. She told multiple friends that Farwell had pushed and shoved her, grabbed objects from her hands, and put her in a chokehold. On January 20th, 2021, Stoughton police received a tip from a friend of Birchmore that Farwell and Birchmore had sexual relations. The indictment states a Stoughton police employee told Farwell about the tip, according to the indictment, which does not identify the employee. I would give anything, loveys, to see what the response was, because There was all truth to that. We know it. It was read in the federal indictment. This is after Matthew Farwell was arrested in July of 2024. This was, again, sent, this email was August 29th. And you're having the DA of the county reach out to police, to like his spokesperson for, I don't know, whatever, the spokesman for Norfolk County, Lynn Beelan, the other prosecutor, and asking, is there truth to this? You didn't investigate it, you fucking idiot. You absolute son of a bitch bastard. You poor excuse of a human being that said a 23-year-old pregnant young woman who was excited for the future and planning, her appointments for OB, GYN. She had pictures. She was buying her baby items. All of this was noted in the very apartment that you found her literally sitting in a very painful way, if it had happened that way, which it wasn't, but alleging for her to only have been in a partial weight-bearing hanging of sitting and choosing to continue in action that ended her life. Stop it. Stop it. You don't think that you people, when you had asked Matt Farwell for interviews and he said, trust me, bro, when you saw the footage of her apartment complex and he is the last person that leaves right before her cell phone moves on video, him leaving in a hurry in the middle of a snowstorm, heading to where? Newton Wellesley Hospital, where his wife is in labor with their third child. Like, it is disgusting. It disgusts me. And it makes me have rage. Like, I rage for Karen. I rage for Officer John O'Keefe. But there is something that is like mama bear that activates in me with the Sandra Birchmore case. As a mother, as a woman, as someone who has experienced trauma in one's life and also has done my part as a registered nurse to be there for others and to heal from traumatic incidences of sexual and other abuse, absolute red I see when I think about the inability and the inaction to pursue what was right and to absolutely look the other way for a murder of a young woman who was just at the brink of womanhood in her early 20s, so excited, although, really twisted up with what that was and what it wasn't. Would have taken a long time for her to separate, right? Of that, this wasn't okay and it wasn't good, but she didn't know what she didn't know. And all she was doing was loving her baby and trying to do the right thing. And she had put laundry in the washer and it didn't make it to the dryer. No one who is suicidal is like, let me do a half a load of laundry. You wouldn't have had the wash wouldn't have been done. So that pisses me off. And I'm so upset at the initial medical examiner for finding the fractured hyoid. You found it. And you know that in 0 out of 100 cases of a partial weight bearing, would that be a medical finding? It was lies. And you just went with what Mass State Police told you because that was easier. It was less trouble for you to just say, okay, the body told me this, but this is what they say the circumstance around her death is. Absolutely fuck off. When you don't do something and you omit facts, then you too are part of the problem, in my opinion. And there will be karmic justice for those who were involved in Sandra Birchmore's case, in my opinion. Sorry, sorry, guys. Oh, thanks, AJ Red Sox. That just gets me really going. And Kathy R says that ME should lose their medical license. They should have to answer. I really want to know. I want to know, were you pressured? Was this kind of a whack job cunt situation? Who at Mass State Police did you have meetings with? I know you did, babe. Tell me. Talk all that shit. Say what happened. Be truthful, and the truth shall set you free. But you knew better. And I had always thought with the ME that she missed it. I was like, oh, I bet she missed it. Ooh, like, oh, she needs remedial training. She found it. She found it. And still said it was a self-checkout. That's just unacceptable and unforgivable. Unless there was a pressure. And if there was a pressure, then you say who pressured, in my opinion. And Mizzy, oh, this is our girl. This is the Sandra Birchmore, keeping her name alive. We keep saying Sandra, her name, in order to let them know that it's not over and it won't be over. And Mizzy has led that force, and she will never give up until the day they are all in jail. And that is not just Matthew Farwell. Right, Mizzy? Okay. Thank you for being here, Lovey. So that was interesting for DD to put that one. I would really like to see if there was a response to that one. Is there any truth to this? The ignorance cannot be understated. And if you didn't think to look, or you didn't know, then you don't deserve your job and you should resign absolutely as early as Monday. Thank you. And then, oh, this was a good one too. On December 9th, 2023, Michael Morrissey forwarded Ian Whiffin's resume and recent blog post to MSP Colonel John Mon. At the time, he was our interim colonel, right? Because no one wants the job. No one wanted the job because the last 5 had ended in scandal, just saying. And it said, okay, so that they had sent the blog post to Colonel Mon and assured him that Karen Reed's lawyers were wrong about Jennifer McCabe's Google search. Really? Okay, tell me more. All right, Michael Morrissey to Tully, because it's always to Tully, his Celebrite resume. September 2020, present 3 year 4 months in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And he worked for the Calgary police. Wonderful. I'm sure you did them very well. So, okay, then Morrissey sent this on December 7th of 2023 to John Mon, Colonel Mon, and Brian Tully, and this is the resume. He says, Colonel, Ian is the gentleman from Celebrite who provided us with a multi-page report on the Reed phone issues. He recently published an article on his blog, which I have attached. In layman's terms, read the first and last page of the blog about misidentifying data and the appropriate timeframes. The phone technical page in my office tell me this article answers the question of why the defendant's experts in the Reed case are not correct. Please contact me upon receipt so we can discuss a strategy that might be beneficial to both our positions. Okay, Michael Morrissey. So now, right? What in the actual shit? Oh, I'm sorry. Ian, Mr. Wifan. Cool. You were contacted, right, by the Norfolk DA's office, specifically regarding this case in which you told us in not just trial 1, but also trial 2, that this was so rare, this occurrence. It happened to one other person, one other time in the history of celebrating. And it was like in Austria. There was some guy and it was like opposite. So, right, it was him. Oh gosh, I forget it, but it was for the prosecution instead of the defense that they had gotten all of this information. And allegedly it appeared differently. So when out of country, 6 months prior to this case falling into your lap, there was one other incident. So Jennifer McCabe is one of the most unlucky or luckiest, right? Play the lottery, babe. If you are one of how many millions or a billion cell phones in the world, that your phone did this because it extracted from a Celebrite report. This wasn't the experts. Karen Reed's experts didn't put this on the fucking Celebrite page. Hustle long to die in cold. Oops. Oopsie doops. That came from you and your people, Celebrite. Your people who put away defendants in the Commonwealth and the United States of America every day using Celebrite technology and Celebrite reports. But in this case, and one other Austrian fucking, jizz master had something similar. I call bullshit. And I still call bullshit. I call bullshit post-trial 2. And I say that Hustle Long to Die in Cold happened. Yeah. And at 2:27 a.m., I have something in my pocket for you. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Boom. Fuck off. Directly. Stop telling me this has been debunked. It hasn't. Trolls. Okay, Karen is actually innocent in the eyes of the law. So if you guys could stop being dick wipes and saying, Kim, you back cop killers. Okay, again, right in my pocket. Boom. No, I don't. If she was guilty, I'd say, bye-bye, Ka. See ya, Ka. Enjoy. Okay, pay your dues, bitch. But she is innocent. And because I had eyeballs and a fucking brain, I was able to talk to my best friends from out of town. And guess what? A jury of her peers agreed. ×2. Okay? Don't make me whip them out. So that was that. So, and also, like, what was Colonel Mon going to do? Colonel Mon was just waiting. He was like, bitch, if Jeffrey Noble doesn't get here immediately, I am signing off for good. Okay? He was 3 seconds from pulling a Chappaquiddick if someone didn't take this interim position. He was like, I have served my time in hell in this Mass State Police. The fact that I got put here non-consensually is not my fault. Thank you. That's what he said in my mind. And, oh, Zach's talking to Queen Olive. Hey, Queen Olive. Hey, girl. Hey. And the gaslighting is off the charts. Island Girl, absolutely. Oh, yes. Yes. Scooter 54. Are you shitting me? Yeah. I wish Mr. Betterow would come to my house. Okay. But I didn't want to, I didn't know if it was like a faux pas to ask him, because some of these are like cross-pollinating with Aiden's things. And I know 100% we could talk all the shit regarding Sandra Birchmore's case and Karen Reed's, but the ones that involve anything with Aiden, we couldn't. And Aiden posted a lot that were like definitely him-centric, because that matters clearly to what is going on and it relates to his case in his life. And him facing 105 years in prison. I'm sorry. Free Turtle Boy. We have a hearing next week, Loveys, on the 13th, and we will be there to support. But like these are just, I want to hear from Mr. Betterow. I wonder, he'll probably go on with the Young Jerks, or I'll ask him to come over tomorrow to my house if he's available. It is Papa's birth. It's Nurse Kim's dad's birthday. Mickey is turning 77. Okay. So what are we going to do? I don't know. Will we end up at a VFW? Probably. Okay. Will there be well vodka drank by an old cop? Yes. Okay. And Zach says 10% of jugs showing is better than no jugs at all. Okay, Zach, let's behave. Okay. 0 jugs. We don't want the jugs. Jugless in Seattle. But I appreciate you. Thank you, Lovey. Okay. Now back it up. Stay on track. You were doing so well, Kim. Next. Oh, damn it. I got out of the messages again. All right. Come on, Kim. All right. We're cranking up here. And oh, that was it. Was that it? Okay. That was it for the messages. Now, what did I post on my profile? Because I know, okay. Let's go. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Is this right? Am I right? Oh my gosh, Mr. Yannetti. Stop. Okay. Okay. Do you remember when we were talking about the post where they were saying that we're going to see if Aperture can help us provide an opinion that might help us out with the case? Mr. Yannetti, he does nothing but net, okay? Nothing but Yannetti, okay? Spoiler alert, he couldn't. The shade. The shade. So what do? Okay? I post what we are 100% the Celtics, okay? Nothing but Yannetti. Unbelievable. Our man. Our bowl of spaghetti was letting everyone know, yeah, D's nuts. Nothing was available because you guys pulled everything out of what? Whole cloth. I love that. Okay. Now, oh no, I don't need to be there. Wait, where am I? Profile. Okay. So then, oh, that's a good one too. All right. So Aiden says on January 5th, Michael Morrissey forwarded an email from a redacted user who somehow knew to contact him using his burner email address. Morrissey forwarded the email to Colonel Mon, Lally, McLaughlin, and Tully, saying that it was an interesting take. The person who emailed him sent Morrissey an article they published about how Aiden is not a real journalist. She is from Sandwich, Mass, and she was upset about a story I wrote in 2020 involving a school committee member who passed out drunk. Oh, on a Zoom meeting during COVID. The end of the article says the author's name is Mrs. Thompson. Well, Mrs. Thompson has a pretty delightful take, and it is, Candy Thompson previously served as a spokeswoman for the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. Huh. Okay. Anywho, sorry, I'm looking at Nancy. Hi, Nance. Okay. So it says Turtle Boy made, this is January 5th, 2024. He says, beginning the forwarded message, boppity beep bop. Turtle Boy may be many things, but he's not a journalist. In more than a half a century, I've known hundreds of journalists. Oh, God, get a medal, Miss Thompson. As colleagues and competitors, mentors and bosses, close friends and drinking buddies. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you been to the hillside? Is there low comps? Okay. I have been privileged to know some prize-winning journalists and suffered well-meaning but bumbling scribblers. Total pros and total clowns. Wordsmiths and diggers. Folks who could make you laugh and cry, sometimes in the same story. Turtle Boy's real name, Aidan Carney, is none of those. This is like a poison pen letter. Carney's a blogger with a nasty streak, a mile wide, and the creator of childish videos. We have seen his cartoonish version of journalism stir up anger and divisiveness in Sandwich. Thankfully, his short attention span, a theater moved on when most of the town's residents proved to be too smart to take his poisonous bait. His latest make-believe journalism led to an indictment last month by a Norfolk County grand jury on 8 counts of witness intimidation, 3 counts of conspiracy to intimidate witnesses, and 5 counts of picketing witness. Trust me, those are not charges associated with the practice of real journalism. Carney has taken up the case of Karen Reed, who pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder of the 2022 death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe in Canton. She told reporters, "We know who did it. We know. And we know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know." Oh. As Turtle Boy Carney glommed onto the conspiracy and accused the police of a cover-up in his blog and on YouTube, he is entitled to his opinion. But prosecutors contend that he crossed the line when he videoed threatening theatrics with witnesses and urged his fans to make miserable the lives of those with ties to the case. As far as I can tell, he hasn't had an aha moment of the investigative breakthrough yet. Everything I've read seems to parrot the defense attorney's playbook. Carney was charged in October with witness tampering and conspiracy and told to stay away from the witnesses. He was indicted on the additional counts after prosecutors allege he defied the court's orders. The special prosecutor told the judge, "It's clear that Mr. Carney is encouraging his minions, his followers." It's actually Turtle Riders. Get it right, Miss Thompson. To continue to harass witnesses through statements like, quote, "read between the lines." Or was it not a pun of Karen Reed? Carney's defense is that he is a reporter and his actions are protected by the First Amendment. He bills himself on social media as, quote, "journalism Jesus." Stop it. That's rubbish. Real reporters don't video themselves bellowing cop killers at witnesses attending high school lacrosse games. They don't organize caravans to visit the homes of witnesses and shout through a bullhorn that, quote, "the people that live right here, they're cop killers." And reporters do not publicize the phone numbers of witnesses and investigators and imply that the next targets will be, quote, "the second generation," the children of those people. As Norfolk District Attorney Michael Morrissey pointed out, quote, "we the people in the court and not, we try people in the court and not on the internet for a reason. The internet has no rules of evidence. The internet has no punishment for perjury. And the internet does not know all the facts." Oh. I beg to differ. Here in Sandwich, we got to see a little of Turtle Boy's ham-fisted tactics nearly 2 years ago when he turned his flamethrower on an unfortunate incident at a high school. His antics gained a lot of clicks, but brought no clarity to the moment, revealed no facts. The only thing he did was gin up racially tinged innuendo and slime a parent whose only crime was voicing her opinion on Facebook. Oh, so she didn't fall asleep? Wait, what are we talking about? In September, Carney was quoted by Boston Magazine saying, "I love being the center of attention and being theatrical and performing. This is what I was made to do." Oh, fucking trolling him. I love it. Is he entitled to free speech? Of course he is, but you say it, you own it. Just ask Rudy Giuliani how that works. Also, ask Lisa Rinna. Own it. Just own it. Sorry, Real Housewives. Carney has raised 6 figures for his defense fund. He was jailed on December 26th on a domestic violence charge brought by his ex-girlfriend, which has been dropped. Just an FYI. And Carney is due back in Dedham District on January 25th and Norfolk Superior on February 16th. Let's hope real reporters show him how real journalism works. Ms. Thompson spent 40 years in journalism. Oh, in journalism. Jesus, was she in a book? Is she in Reading Rainbow? Is she the magic school bus? Miss Bliss, can we help you? And covering government and politics and all levels and the Olympics before becoming a spokeswoman for the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. She lives in South Sandy. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that you could work for Maryland Department of Natural Resources with having a residence of South Sandwich. But what do I know? And everyone loves a ham sandwich. So I wrote with that, Loveys. What did I write? I think I wrote something along the lines of, that's not true. Yeah, actually, that's not true, Miss Thompson. I couldn't help it. Hashtag can't stop, won't stop. That's not true, Ellen. Okay. You are fresh and your prose lacks passion. Just a hater, drinking haterade. And then I posted this one, Loveys, which was great. So before Michael Morrissey requested $1 million for the prosecution of Karen Reed, Morrissey sent Ron Mariano, because this is all public record. Thank you, Nikki Conway, little Lovey. She does great work on the twits. Morrissey sent a quick hundo to get him warmed up. So this was in whatever Ronald Mariano on April 24th of 2024, Michael Morrissey sent a hundo as a dono, just a quick dono. And I guess another one too, maybe 2 hundos. He sent one personally and then also with the Commonwealth's budget. Just, hey, babe, this is what I have to offer you. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a C note real quickly. Okay. Don't make it weird. And I'm going to need you in return to gift me $1 million. I would like you to also know that if that's possible, I'd love to give anyone a C note. Okay. I'll find a Benjamin if I can get $1 million in return. Okay. I'll get like a studio. I'll hire people. We'll have like a nursing section, and we'll also do investigative journalism. Who is with me? I'm not asking for too much, am I? Does that seem weird? Don't make it weird, Kim. Oh, absolutely. Robin S. says, Miss Thompson, kindly shut the fuck up. Thank you. Oh, Kelly, Chloe, bit, so we acquitted, says me. Yes, babe, I'm hiring you. You are first on the list. Of course. Absolutely. We just need to get that $1 million, dono. Okay. I'll give you one. I feel like that's a scam. That is how every, like the prince from Egypt, that he always is like, hello, Lave, I'm here for you. I want to give you your best life. Just give me $100 and I will give you riches. Okay. I am the king of Agrabah. And I'm like, I can see. I think I almost fell for it. I was one. Are you kidding me? I clicked on the warranty and like an appliance scam one time. Bitch, I was opening it all. I was like, oh my gosh. The DMV, I just got something. Watch this. Look at this. Let's talk about scams. Oh, she's scammed. Oops. Yup. She's an asshole. Watch this. What I get this yesterday, okay? Coming through. It says Massachusetts DMV final notice. Enforcement will begin August 9th. Our records show that as of today, you have an open traffic ticket. Do I? Oh, I clench, I think. In accordance with Massachusetts Motor Vehicle Code, if you don't make a payment by the 8th, which was yesterday, like, bitch, you just sent it to me on the day it was due. Ouch. Report. Oh, okay. We will do the following action. Report to the DMV as a violation in the database. Suspend your registration, which, bitch, we know that the trolls have already hit me from a 2014 suspended registration. Fuck faces. And suspension of my driving privileges for 30 days. 40% service fee will be charged at the toll booth. At a toll booth in which we cannot even pay anymore. It's easy pass or die. Okay. And you could be sued and your credit score will suffer. Well, that's exactly what I need to hear for me to absolutely be in a tizzy. I go, oh no. Pay now. And please pay immediately before your license revocation will happen and further legal trouble. Interesting that this came from a phone number 63964-127-3939. Couple too many numbers from me. This is feeling very WhatsApp adjacent. Okay? That's international coding. Who's my number, motherfucker. Report junk. Oops, we're reporting it and delete it. Fucker. Okay. So yeah, scammers. Babe, are you kidding me? I probably paid how many Easy Pass claims that were not my own? I was scammable. So no, I'm not opening. Oh, Joey Kane, Poland. Is that Poland? Is that a Poland code? I'll have to Google's. If there are scam artists coming from me from Poland, like, what is happening? What in the world is occurring? If the Polish have fell this far, the Poles are now coming for little old me? Oh, stop it. Okay. So with that, with Nikki, I post Nikki Conway's. Oh, I need a sippy, girl, boys. I wrote quid pro. Oh, I thought I was a genius. Okay. Sometimes when I tweet, I think it's good. Other times I'm like, this was not good. So that was that. Quid pro. Oh. And then that was it. So we have discussed everything that I had to discuss, except I have a couple of, we're going to get more, but I had to give you what I knew. What I know, you know. If I sounded lispy today, I apologize. What happened was approximately 2 days ago, I felt have you ever gotten like a weird taste bud at the tip of your tongue? Like right here? Right there. So the weird taste bud was causing me significant discomfort. Okay. Somehow I was like trying to like scrape with my tooth on the tongue to like remove remove the pain from the taste bud. Long story short, I'm lisping. Okay. I have done all sorts of salt water gargles. My tongue, I have glossitis. Okay. Slightly swollen tip of said tongue. So I'm lisping adjacent today. I feel like there's a lot of fluid. There's a lot of things happening orally, but I needed to come and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I had to be here, so I apologize. Hopefully tomorrow I shall be healed. I will do like a I don't know, I was thinking maybe like a cucumber might help it. But there was something happening on the taste bud. Anywho. Oh, girly, apple cider vinegar gargle. I have that with the mother. I have that. I will try it. I will absolutely try it. It feels so weird. It feels like it's like a all right, I don't know how to describe it other than like it's like sandpaper. It's like sandpaper on my tongue. I'm like, you know, I was like brushing the tongue, brushing the teeth, brushing the everything. And I go, please, dear God, make this stop. Did I do a half and half of hydrogen peroxide / water? Yeah, I did. Burnt like a bitch. And that's where I said, oh, like this cannot be good. Because hydrogen peroxide never hurts, okay? We know that the devil is alcohol, okay? Rubbing alcohol is Satan. But for hydrogen peroxide to sting on my tongue, I said, ooh, ooh. So I've been looking on the Google, and I apologize if I sound weird. So I'm sorry for this rant. But that was that. Then I don't know if you saw, but if you saw in my messages, I might have had one from an attorney. Who is he? Mr. Yannetti, our bowl of spaghetti. I can't tell you. I can't give you a confirmation quite yet. I'm hoping to have it tomorrow by Monday latest. It is not going to be next week, loveys. We shalln't. But it is going to be 100% from your lips to God's ears. And also Mr. Yannetti's. Which on the week of August 18th, Monday, August 18th, through Friday, August 22nd, Mr. Yannetti is coming to our house. Stop it. Shut up. You shut up. Oh my gosh. What are we going to wear? We're going to ask him everything. We're going to have the best time. It is going to be, I can't. I don't know an exact date or an exact time, but I know the week. Okay. We're narrowing this down and we're just allowing it. Okay. We're feeling the waves of love and we're just saying, oh, a little give, a little take. Will he give me $100 and I'm giving him 1 million? Yes. Okay. Because I will always love him more. But that is okay. I love him more. But he said, he was like, Kim, I'll bop over. And I was like, oh. I was like, don't freak out. Don't send something weird back. Did I? Yes, of course I did. Did I embarrass myself? Hopefully not. But he's always so kind to us. And he's like, babe, I didn't forget you. And I go, stop it. So, break out the best pearls. So break out real pearls. Ashley says real pearls. Okay. Oh, I am not afraid. Kara knows. Exciting for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Kara. I am not worthy. But only say the word and I shall be healed. What is the word? Misty Yannetti is coming to our house. Oh, he's bopping by consensually at Nurse Kim's house to talk to her loveys and to talk all the shit and to do some North Shore like love fest. Yes. Yep. Can't tell me shit. So that is it. That I know. Also, I have a big phone call coming up this week on Wednesday. On Thursday, I'm going to be able to tell you what it is. But we might have another sick interview coming up in the next week or two as well. So we'll get that on the books. Other than that, nothing. I'm just doing morning shows. I'm just doing Let's Do Talk Shit Tuesdays and Thursdays. Does that work for your schedules, loveys? Oh, Shall we make spaghetti for the occasion? Yes. I want paper thin cutlets. All right. I'm also going to go with an angel hair because the thinner the better. Okay. We've got to wow him. Do I have Pecorino Romano cheese with his name on it? Absolutely. Will it have to be a Fra Diablo sauce that is Rouse, or will I ask Noni, my mother, to make a red sauce because I can't fucking do it? Yeah. Yeah. Shall we eat together? Oh, that would be something. That'd be different, huh? Just saying. Things that make you go, Oh. And Brenda just made paper thin cutlets. I love you. I love that for you, Brenda. You are a queen. I'm going to make some broccoli. Oh God. Oh. All right, lovies. I'm going to have to cook. Ugh. This went quickly. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, it might be too meshy, says Kelly. Kelly, never be too meshy for us. And then, the pocket bird. Tammy says the pocket bird makes me laugh every time. It's obnoxious. Tam, who am I? I don't even know. Okay. Let's go and talk to everybody. Let's just say hi to our lovies who are here. Stephanie became a consensual YouTube member at my house. I love you, Stephanie. Thank you so much. And we have Music to My Soul says, a calamity in the kitchen approximately 26 minutes ago. Dishes of unknown origin. Kim, your storytelling is top notch. Oh, babes, there's really no reason to go down rabbit holes in which I go with you, okay? But to be perfectly frank, when I say that I thank you for answering my FaceTimes, this is the chaos that is me. You know it. You know it. Like, we talk all the shit together, and I assume that if you were on the screen, you'd be like, bitch, I know. I get it. I did the same thing, last Thursday. I don't know. Oh, geez. I really should rethink certain things. How dare you? Says, thank you so much. Levy says, Morrissey's canoe is about to be swamped. Oh, agreed. And Holly Allen gifted 5 Nurse Kim non-consensual memberships, doling them out like we are at the centerfolds in Worcester, encouraging girls to go back for their phlebotomy or CNA licensure. Okay? You don't have to be there unless you want to, and then I support you and give you a hundo. And James says, love you, girl. Love you, James. And Erica is my interpretation of him asking, quote, is this true? Was to ask if Farwell had been arrested by the DOJ was true, not about the facts tied to Sandra's murder, as he knew that truth. Erica, that's very interesting. I hope that he would have known, though, because Matthew Farwell was arrested in August. Oh, no, I lied. In July. Hold, please. Matthew, I will Google this because I don't want to be wrong. Matthew Farwell, arrest 2024. I know it was. Oh. On Wednesday. It wasn't July, it was August. Okay, so all right, the Wednesday, August. Okay, so he was arrested on Wednesday, August 28th, and that is when Josh Levy did the press conference. Do you remember the press conference? That presser. So that was the day before he sent that email. And there was video everywhere of Matthew Farwell. Remember, he was at like the gas station. And they were like, "Oh my God, was his kid with him?" It was like this whole thing. Yeah, I hope that he would have known by the next day, but I don't know. You're right. I guess it could have been that too. And Sandy Jean says TB is the reason the sewers get drained. Free Turtle Boy. Yes, Lovey, free Turtle Boy. And Sandy Jean says also, Karen Reed, TB, rest up. You're taking on a crooked army, scary for any innocent person. And that is why we are here, Sandy. Okay? My Sandy jeans, my Kimberly jeans, our, you know, I don't know, Rebecca jeans, everyone with jeans rallies for Karen, rallies for Turtle Boy, and rallies for truth and justice. Amen. Thank you. I love that. And Zach was talking about jugs. We love it. Music to My Soul says, Yannetti never gets that sassy. I'm here for it. He is everything. I can't. When I tell you my favorite, and you know I have favorites, I can't help it. I can't. Do I love them all? Yes, but I have favorites. I Pixies favesies. And Mr. Yannetti, my bowl of spaghetti, is number one, always in my heart and soul. I love it. And Joseph Kane, thank you so much. The original non-consensual membership provider, our original dropping out those memberships like we are at Centerfold. I love it. Thank you for being here, Joseph. And Sandy Jean says, happy birthday to your dad. Oh, thank you. I'll tell him that, Sandy Jeans. And Eileen says, I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands, been gone from Mass for 2 years. I got the RMV text yesterday too. Oh my God. Was it from the 6-3? Was it from International Code 6-3? Oh, what list are we on, Eileen? Oh, this feels very uncomfortable. Thank you for sharing. And thank you, Berkshire Girl, for gifting 10 non-consensual Nurse Kim memberships. You are a lovey. I love your hair. You're so pretty. Thank you for being here. And Meatball Morrissey Sketty Stain says, will you be bringing Betterow as your emotional support attorney during Spaghetti's visit? Yes. Shut up. Stop. Did I say that? Yes. Yes. As long as there is consensualing between attorneys, if the attorney, which they will, are you kidding me? Betterow, Yannettero, Nurse Kimmerow. Okay? Triple threat, can't tell us anything. We are going to be locked in, looking into each other's eyes. You may never get me off of line, okay? I might retire after this, you know? All right, I love you. And Ditzy Girl said this should cover a round at the VFW for Papa. Cheers to a guy who raised our girl from Florida. Oh, thank you so much, Ditzy Girl. And absolutely, that'll get us a 2 spot. And thank you again to Joseph Kane, handing out another 5 non-consensual memberships at Nurse Kim's house, not to be confused with the Centerfolds in Worcester. I want you to dance like nobody's watching, lovies, and go clean up your kitchens if you may have spilt any sort of liquid. And if we need to go and buy a new one of these mops, what are these? The spin mops? Okay. Let's hit up Walmart. I love your faces. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
All right. Great job on the news.
Thank you.
We will, Courtney and I will share what happened when we went to dinner last night, Sunday dinner coming up. And as